What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bad Batch Roundtable. We're talking episode 9. What was the name of this episode, guys? I can't remember. Lost Bounty. Bounty.
Yeah.
No Dandelion. Anzo has other priorities or engagements he's entangled with, so I figured I'd just keep it simple today. As always, I'm going to go ahead and start this little. Oh, look who decides to show up right at the very end. Hey, Chris, how the hell are you? Can't hear you.
Fool as hell. I want to cut you.
Sorry. Didn't realize my son had pressed mute on there. I hate when he does it. End of what?
End of what are you talking about? End of what?
You said, look who decides to show up at the end.
Yeah, you. I just started, man, and look, you're here. I know you said you was going to be late, but then I was trying to wait. But you know, sometimes the show's just got to go on without you.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, if it goes, it goes, and I'll be here.
It's all good.
It's
all good.
Sure, we're good.
All right. All right, we're talking episode 9 tonight. Lost Bounty.
Mm-hmm.
Before we even get into this, guys, come the hell on. Fucking Boba Fett's sister. Really?
What you talking about?
That you're upset about that?
Oh,
I'm not.
They could have went a little bit more original, but to me that was lazy. Of course she's Boba Fett's sister. There could have been other specimens out there they got some good material from, DNA material from.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a direct clone of Jango.
I think.
Right.
Do I remember wrong, or didn't they say something like that? The only thing they mentioned about this is that Jango wanted an uncut clone or an untampered,
right?
An unaltered clone.
Yeah. So what makes you think they wouldn't do the same thing? If you make a copy of a bill or of let's say you type out a paper and you have that paper, the first print is the original.
Mm-hmm.
You either save a copy of it exactly the way it was the first time, call it your rough draft, and then from there on, everything afterwards is an improvement or a change or something. Mm-hmm. So they would do the same thing. They'd say, well, we want the original, because if he leaves, if something happens to him, which ultimately it does, they're going to want that. So I didn't think it was lazy. I thought it was predictable, maybe. But lazy, I'm not sure if I'd go that route. I'd say predictable, yes, because we'd expect them to do the same thing. But this episode, I'm sorry, are we on the what we like, or I mean on the?
No. I ain't even went through the intros yet. I was just saying.
Okay, I'm
sorry. Off, it's just like, really,
yeah.
That was something I was not, as far as Omega goes, that was something I was not expecting. Period. But anyway, before we go into all of that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody that showed up on the panel, everybody in the chat. How's everybody doing? I've seen Deej pop in. Of course, we got Dandelion Fluff, our Oracle in the chat. So I'm going to start off, Danny, if you wouldn't mind telling people where they can find you at.
I'm Danny at Comic Chat. You can find me on Monday nights, my main channel, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Chaotic Conversation. I'll be there tomorrow at 9 p.m. Find me here on Sunday nights. First on Chris Knight's channel, doing the Loki Roundtable, which we did earlier. Then here at 8:30 p.m. on this Bad Batch Roundtable. You find me here later on Anzo's birthday channel stream. Then later on after that, you'll find me on Storm's Live with Robert Storm. So very busy Sunday, but glad to be here, ready to get into it.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Danny. I appreciate it. Chris, go ahead.
Chris Knight, The Real Review 3000. That's my channel. Guys, check it out if you want. I guess some of you are. I'm seeing an uptick in subscribers. I appreciate it if you are one of those people. But I want to talk about Khaos Central. Earlier today on the Loki Roundtable, I know we gained like 4 or 5 subs. If if you're not subbed yet, guys, and you're watching this, if that red box is down there and says subscribe, please do us a favor. Smash that subscribe button. Check us out on the web, khaoscentral.com. We haven't uploaded anything for a while. We're going to get back to that. We just got the website back up and running again. We're going to do a overhaul, some new stuff there. But we've got Twitter going right now, and we have Instagram going. We do have a Facebook. I'm going to be having a meeting, and Austinator's just going to hear about this. I'm going to be having a meeting with Austinator, who runs our Twitter, and Gregory, who runs our Instagram tomorrow. I will tell you when we're going to do that, Austinator, so you're there and you're aware of the scheduling.
Thank you.
I just remembered. I was like, oh shit, I got to talk to him.
Yeah, basically your summer break is going to be full of chaos.
It is. But no, we're going to be talking about getting some stuff. We're going to work on the continuity between the different platforms. Not everything's going to be exactly the same, but I want some continuity between stuff. And then got some stuff coming up for the channel. Got a skit coming up that I've been working on with It's a Trap Productions on. We have another one right after that we're going to be working on. Hope to have some Khaos Central news stuff, like the what it means to be a geek thing. Definitely a variety of stuff we're wanting to do over here. So guys, it's really important that you help us build this community, which is Khaos Central. And by doing that, you'll help everybody else out. Make sure you check everybody out on the panel. Everybody else you see on these shows, check them out, subscribe, all that stuff, like, follow them on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. It's just really important. I appreciate it, guys. Darth Hoster, good to see you.
Thank you, Chris, man. I appreciate it. Next, Guyscar, the Basco scenario. What's going on, man? Where can we find you at?
You can find me on the Basco Scenario. That's my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Twitter at Basco Scenario, as well as Instagram Basco Scenario. You can also find me Sundays earlier on Khaos Central's Roundtable for Loki, right here on JJ hosting for Khaos Central for the Bad Batch. Mondays 9 p.m. Chaotic Conversation with hosted by Danny. Then again back on Tuesday 9 p.m. for the Chaos List, hosted by Anzo from Big Report Entertainment, also on Khaos Central. Then Wednesdays 9 p.m. Rule of 3, hosted by Chris from Khaos Central, and then 10 p.m. for the OOC. That's where everything started for me. And yeah, man, tune into my channel for some random shows. I'm working on other projects too. So yeah, hang tight. Make sure you subscribe to everybody. And thank you for having me again, JJ.
Boy needs to learn how to play some Call of Duty, but that's for damn sure. I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you.
I know you.
Austinator, man, what's going on? What we got?
Yeah, so first and foremost, go and follow the Khaos Central Twitter. There's a lot of fun stuff over there. You'll basically find out whenever anybody is streaming, and also we do polls, whether it be about the Rumble, whoever you guys think is going to win, or just a random poll whenever. And we also do Featured Creator of the Week, where this most recent Featured Creator is Hanstars. So if you would like to be a Featured Creator of the Week, you have to follow the Khaos Central Twitter, and also your channel has to be under 1,000 subs, because we want to see our community grow. And in order to do that, we're just trying to get our word out there. And also, I have a channel. I'm at 169 subs.
Yes.
Awesome.
What?
What?
Who? What?
Who?
Oh.
Aspector says what?
Who? Where am I? Where am I?
No, Guyscar. Bad Guyscar. Bad.
That's funny shit right there, y'all.
I told you not to do that on the carpet. God damn it.
We have a carpet? When?
Well, I do. It's I started the channel. I kept the carpet, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
What happened to then? We just passed then. When? Just now.
Exactly.
Nice.
Go back to then. Hey, we can't. Why? We just missed it. When? Just now.
We can't, but they can. It's called rewind.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Let's get them back on the rail.
Well, I was gonna say you basically find me on everybody's channels here. Real View 3000 for the weekly wrap up and the Rumble. JJ's channel for randomness at its finest, Ninjord's channel for galactic chat. I'll pop in randomly on everybody else's streams at this point. I got streams on my own channel. And what the hell?
Someone leveled up.
All right, who's playing Breath of the Wild, man? That ain't right.
Not me.
Not me.
Chris.
Nope.
Someone
Continue.
leveled up.
Sorry. Continue.
And y'all, and like I said on my channel, I do a bunch of stuff over there, and I got Twitter at the Ausinator17. So just go check me out and just subscribe to the Khaos Central YouTube channel, and also go and follow the Khaos Central Twitter. Thanks for having me on, JJ.
Thank you for being here, man. And last but not least,
No problem.
Android, man.
All right, you guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Ninjroid243, where over there I have a weekly Star Wars show known as Galactic Chat, which is always on Fridays. So make sure that you come along and sit down and watch, because this week's main topic will be 20 ways that we could improve on the sequel trilogy. So make sure that you see that. My hosts.
Go ahead. All right.
My host and I have a lot of neat ideas in store for our lists, and it's going to be very fun. Also, you can start seeing from my channel daily uploads of reviews of Star Wars novels and comics and all of that, covering canon, and because so many people don't know the novels and all that, and I want to be that person to show them and basically give them facts and all of that they're missing from just movies and stuff like that.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you, Android.
Well, I have a question for Nendroid. You said 20 ways that you could improve on the sequel trilogy. Don't you think you're setting the bar pretty low on that one? I mean, 50, 100,
I could come
200.
up with 40 ways.
Well, Chris, no, I was over. I popped in briefly the other night over on Android's live stream, and
Right.
Austinator and Dylan and they were having a great conversation of what they would change or how they would do things differently. They had some wonderful ideas, really. They do. These guys are on it. Some of it I would actually love to see in replace of what we got, because they're wonderful ideas, man. You ought to check these guys out. They're small. They're small channels, but they're for the younger crowd. They are on point for what they're talking about, man. Give them a look at.
They're on point for my age crowd too, especially if he does the books.
I was joking that they said it at 20 and he froze. But no, I mean, no, the stuff that they do is great, and I like the ambition for, because as far as I've understood, and Austin, you can tell me, Nendroid doesn't hate the sequel trilogy, does he?
No,
no.
He likes the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, and I think it's that we talk about it. You can like something and still critique it, and I think that's important to say I like it, but I don't just sit there and act like there's nothing wrong with it. I like the ambition of people like that, So.
Yeah, that was me with the last one on improving the prequel trilogy, because I love the prequels, but I was like, they're not perfect. You could change a lot of things about it, but that's okay though, because not everything's gonna be perfect.
Damn right. All right, we're gonna move things right along, and we're gonna just go ahead and do number one. What we're gonna be talking about real quick is briefly your overall thoughts of the episode. And Danny, if you don't mind, what's your overall thoughts?
I thought this was the best episode of the series so far. I was entertained from start to finish. I hope Dave Filoni stays on this path. If he stays on this path, then the next 6 episodes or 7, whichever it is going to be fantastic. So she should have got it like this before the 9th episode, but hey, I guess better late than never. But overall, this was, to me, the best episode of the series so far, and I want more of it.
Awesome. I kind of agree with you, but yeah, awesome. Chris, what's your overall thoughts, man?
I don't know about the best episode, but I liked it a lot. I liked the expansion of the comedians and that they weren't just at one spot. I liked that. I liked a lot of the exploration in this, and we got bounty hunters, we got a chase, we got a rescue. We found out a lot. The ending to this was really kind of cool because it answers a lot of questions that have been left unanswered. One of which we got an answer of last week, but now we have another answer that we haven't gotten for a while back. So I mean, this episode did a lot to advance this, and in a way that now we were sitting here last week going like, well, geez, they could end it next week or in 2 weeks they could end it. No, they've kind of pulled it back, but in a way that doesn't feel like they're slamming on the brakes.
Okay.
Comics, good to see you.
Hey, Comics, what's going on? Sorry, Guys Car, what was your overall thoughts?
Overall thoughts, I'm going to have to echo what Danny said. It was the best episode so far. I enjoyed it.
Wow. We're doing the Loki thing. We're just keeping it short and sweet, right?
Well, we're going to get into the likes and
That's
dislikes.
what you said. You said it.
I know. Come on.
You following your wishes, Sith Lord.
Wow.
They're throwing you
Okay,
under the
all
bus if you didn't know.
I know. Alternator, what you got?
So unlike that Loki episode, this episode was actually pretty good. I like the previous episode more, but I thought this episode, man, it's like we're finally getting somewhere. I was like, oh my God, finally. From the beginning of it, I'm like, oh my God, this is horse crap. But now I'm like, this actually is pretty good now. I'm actually enjoying myself. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh my God, Bad Batch, thank God, the end of the week's coming. And now when it's Wednesdays, I'm like, oh God, I gotta watch Loki. Now I'm like, yeah, Bad Batch. The action was cool. I like Cad Bane. There is one thing I am disappointed by, but we'll get into that when I get into my negatives.
All right. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to stuff my face while you guys are talking.
We've got busy nights. The top three of us are here. We've got a busy day, night, evening, tomorrow, whatever.
I have to teach you on how to eat still on YouTube, bro. I've become a master of it.
Really?
Android.
All right. You back together, Android? You're muted, in case you didn't know. All right. Well, while he's getting sorted, to me, my overall thoughts, I can pretty much agree with everyone. Like I said when we started, the whole deal about Omega, it was something that we just couldn't have foreseen. We thought she was something else, someone else, and it was a good twist. Don't get me wrong. I thought they could have done better with the twist, but it was still the twist. And there was very, very little that I didn't like about it. It was just one of the things, kind of like what Alternator said. It's like, oh shit, I gotta watch Loki. Oh hell yeah, Bad Batch is on tonight. Cool. Gives me something to look forward to watching again. But like I said, from the first or second episode, man, this is the slow burn, and it's finally starting to pick up. And I hope they keep their stuff going. You know what I'm saying? Nindroid, you back yet? No? Yes? Maybe?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. What was your overall thoughts, man?
All right, so my overall thoughts on the episode, it was good, but I expected more. from it.
Uh-oh.
You know, I feel like this episode was really good, but there's a lot of stuff that
Uh-oh.
And if the Phantom Zone reached in to grab his ass for saying that crazy remark.
For sending you that clip. That's what it's for.
I didn't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's Mace Windu fucking up your stream.
He sends it to me.
Lindor.
He sends it to me. I'm like, oh man, don't show that to Danny. He's like, I did, too late. I'm
What
like,
did he
"Oh,
do?"
man."
Gonna send some clip about how Mace Windu will mess up the Star Wars universe.
It won't. How is it going to ruin Star Wars? It can't. He's not dead. There's
Yeah, I
no
mean-
bomb.
It's all fine. Nindor, it's fine, man. If you got a way to sort it out, that's cool. Work it out. All right, guys. We'll get back to him if he's able to come back. All right, Danny, tell me, what did you like about the episode, man? What turns you on about it?
My goodness. Cad Bane is increasingly becoming one of my favorite characters. I grew up on the cowboy westerns, man. His style, double pistols, talk that slow, methodical. I even like the cowboy boots he wear, man. He just like a badass. You know he's bad. He telling people, hey, man, you don't want to do this. I'm going to fuck you up. I figure out one clone. I can figure out the rest of them, and he does what he says. He backs it up. Also, I like the female bounty hunter. I can't think of her name. She gave him a run for his money. So it's kind of like the old match, the upcoming upstart youth against the old skillful, knowledgeable gunfighter. So I like that dynamic. Didn't bother me at all about Omega being Jango's sister. Gonna point out and just kind of figure out can't be a clone. Boba rather, it can't be a clone because they're not the same. So she's got female, whatever. So they did some kind of tampering. I don't know what it was, but it's cool. Don't have a problem with that. Actually like it. Also like the little inner war with the head comedian or however you pronounce her name. He's trying to kill her, but the female, which is going to attach to her, is doing the same thing but in the reverse, trying to save her. So he sent Cad Bane to deliver and the other minion to kill her, but then the female, who I think she's probably going to end up killing that head guy. That's what I'm thinking. She's going to kill him. Is sending another bounty hunter to save her. And when she reunited with the Bad Batch, that was kind of touching. So overall, I like the action. It wasn't too slow. Omega, Dave Filoni, man, he is a master of making you like a character at first that you like, what the hell? He did the same thing with Ahsoka. He done that same thing where I have 9 episodes ago, we all were hating Omega. Now we liking her. So he has a way of doing that, and I like Omega now. And I don't think Hunter promised to her was very sensible because she's gonna be back on that planet. I don't know whether or not she's gonna survive it or not. I hope she does, but I'm digging what Filoni's doing now. So good job, Dave Filoni. Keep it up.
Yes, I agree. That's one thing I think we can most everybody here can agree on. Dave Filoni knows his animation, his storytelling there. He's trying to figure out the live action stuff now because this is still fairly new to him. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, the slow burn definitely. Omega was the character we were meant to hate. Now look at us. It's all working out the same way, like Clone Wars, like Rebels, because there was at least one character in Rebels I know that we didn't like. And each of us may have our own opinions about that. Chris, what turned you on about the episode? What did you like about it?
Turned me on, huh? That's a weird way of putting it. No. I liked the chasing. I liked the fight between the two bounty hunters. I liked that Omega kind of is the reason why she was found. She worked her way through, and she used her resources, I guess. You can tell she's smart because she conned the robot by using logic. Hey, where am I going to go? And a robot in any world or a being like that is going to use logic. It's not going to see, oh, I could be bamboozled by this person. It just thinks, hey, she's right. Where's she going to go? Even if I let her out, where's she going to go? How is she going to get loose? Whatever. So it was kind of cool to see that she just used straight up logic. She did what she says she was going to do. She fixed it, which conned him into turning around, letting her adjust it, and then that's how she knocked him out. I don't know, the escape pod or the, what do they call them?
iPod.
Yeah, that was neat. And then, like I said, the fact that they're on a different planet with the same cloning facilities, that's cool, because we know if you and this is where I don't get Disney, but I love the fact that Filoni is using it. This stuff's in books. We know they had multiple cloning locations.
Mm-hmm.
They're showing it here, and I like that. That means that he is, without saying it, he is acknowledging the EU, and he's done that several times, which I like it. One, okay, well, you brought up the fact that that bringing back or making her Boba's kid, or wait, no, that wasn't it. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, okay. Oh no, the Mace Windu thing. That's what I was talking about. How Nindroid brought up Mace Windu. Bringing Mace Windu into Star Wars again would not ruin Star Wars universe, because they did it with Boba Fett. Boba Fett has never been officially acknowledged as alive again, except for in books. And by bringing him back in the series now, by Disney standards, it's canon. But Filoni did that. Why? Because Filoni's like, you know how I get him to acknowledge the EU? I write it in. And he wrote it in, and now it is. And if they did it with Mace Windu, George Lucas admitted it. George Lucas said he survived. So if he says it, and then you go and you put it into the series, now it's canon. And I think it's a genius way of Filoni working to say, you know what? EU doesn't exist, but that doesn't mean I can't take from it and make it exist. Exactly. And I like that. And I like how he's doing it. And he's doing it subtly, that nobody's saying shit about it. And I like that. And so all the little things they're doing, adding these little spots that we know exist or that we've seen in games, movies, or not movies, but games or books, and putting an air in here on something that Disney claims is canon. It forces Disney's hand. It forces Kathleen Kennedy's hand to acknowledge things. And I love how he does it. He's just like, okay, I'm going to put this in. Well, it's just in those. Oh, that was in the EU? Oh, damn. I just put that in the story because I thought it'd be cool. Oh, damn. I didn't know. But now it exists. See? So I love how he's doing that with this series. And this series, slow burn or not, is increasingly becoming a well done. We need to get the time. We need to get we need to get the whole thing where we get Crosshair and the rest of them together more often, or fighting or chasing each other more often. Maybe that's about the only thing. But other than that, man, this episode was really good, though. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Nindroid, go ahead and finish up, man, if you're able.
All right.
Your overall impressions of the episode.
Nobody care.
Wow.
Damn.
Hey, it's
I told you not to send that to Danny.
It's perfectly fine. Overall, I really liked the episode. There are some problems that I have, but overall, I really enjoyed that Omega was less annoying and Cad Bane was badass this week. That's really all that I have to say with at least that.
Okay, all right. And our late edition, we got our ancient Jedi Master, Jason Lee Tucker. How you doing, man?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? Sorry I'm late, guys. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, it's okay. It's all right.
I just got back home just a little bit ago, so I was like rushing in here.
Hey, that's okay. You're not the only one. It's a busy day for some reason today.
We'll dock it up your pay.
Go ahead and let everybody know real quick where they can find you at.
Jason Lee Tucker Statement on YouTube. I've been doing some just afternoon chats lately. But normally have the Metal Taco Show on there. Talk about wrestling, pop culture, pretty much everything going on. We've been doing a little bit of sports lately with the NHL and the basketball NBA out there. Check it out, Jason Lee Tucker Statement. Trying some new things. And also here on Sunday night, here at JJ's channel, the Bad Batch. And also Tuesday night on Onzo's channel, Khaos List, and sometimes on Robert Storm's channel. So check it out, guys.
Awesome. All right, Jason. What were your overall thoughts of this episode, man?
It was a pretty good episode. It maybe wasn't as good as last week's, but to me, it was a really good episode. We get more, we get more character. What happened?
What?
Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone. Oh, Danny must not. Danny didn't like the episode. I must have got that.
No. Just keep going. Keep going.
Oh, okay. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I'm like I said, still going slow.
Phantom Zone.
Jesus.
Damn, man. I'm not. Okay.
No. Just keep. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Like I said, it's picking up a little bit. Man, I must have pissed Danny off somehow.
Whoa! This show is the best show of the episode. You talking about it was all right. What the hell? Best show of the series.
Well, it was. I would say the second. To me, it was the second best. Last week I thought was the best. I mean, it was close. It's close.
Danny, let him finish.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it was like I said, it was probably it was close to last week to me. Last week I liked it a little bit better, but it was good. Only thing I wish they wouldn't have rescued Omega so quickly. That's the only thing I have about it. I mean, they could have at least one more episode. I mean, it was too quick of a rescue. That's the only thing. That's the only reason I didn't rate my best episode. But good episode.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well,
hey, JJ,
now you have to
check the private chat.
Gotcha. All right, now, Jason. Because of popular demand, just buckle up and hold on.
Now buckle this. Ludicrous speed. Go!
You happy, Danny?
Yet another yes man. Jesus. Dropping like flies.
I gotta give you my appropriate Phantom Zone for that. I'll email it to you after the show. That's when we should have the pitch slap.
Yo, I want that. Send it to me. I want that. All right, Guys Car.
Yes.
What'd you like about the episode, man?
You know what? There's very little I didn't like. I liked everything. How it just started off right off where we left off last episode, right? With Crosshair chasing them in space, and then they made the jump right once Omega was able to send the coordinates. So I kind of disagree with Jason. I think it was great that it just flew into the next episode, and they were able to hunt her down. I get we all want suspense, but given the fact that we've been waiting for so long for this episode of action to happen, I just didn't want another filler episode. So what we got is pretty good. We got an action-packed. I like the whole plot twist with the chameleonians. Yeah, with the whole,
Let's just call them long necks.
Yeah, the long neck. Exactly, the long necks. The long necks.
That is how racism starts, Danny.
Them damn long necks, you know them.
The Camino people are now beer people.
I have been on the receiving end of that for 50 years, Chris. I don't give a shit. That's
Woo! That just went 0 to 100 pretty fast. So,
Wow.
I like.
Let you know.
It's facts. I can't say anything about that. So I like how the fact that there's an inner conspiracy within them. I also like the fact that they brought out Boba into this, right? And Boba was Alpha, right? Meaning the first, and Omega in the Greek alphabet is last. So Boba is the first of the kind, and Omega is the last of the kind. So that's why they're both very important to them for the cloning process. I love the fact that we got another cloning, like Chris said, we got another cloning facility on another planet, which attaches the EU. Like you said, he's doing this throughout these animation series. With he did it with Revan back in Rebels. No, in Clone Wars, I believe. So
No,
it's
Bane.
great. Yeah, with Bane. Sorry.
Yeah,
With
Bane.
it was supposed to be Revan, but then they made it Bane at
Yeah,
the
the
end.
Mortis
You're right.
arc.
Yes,
Oh, that's right,
exactly. So the fact that they're doing this is great because it's tying in all these books and games into it, right? The action with fuck, I got blank now. Bane with the bounty hunter and Fennec, Sean, was great action, right? Once they're both bounty hunters, but from one's for the good purpose and one's with the bad purpose. So it was action packed all the way to the end. I liked it. It was great.
Cool. Awesome. Jason, what did you like about the episode? Okay. Austinator.
Oh man! All right. So what did I like about this episode? I love the beginning of it because I'm like Crosshair chasing down the Bad Batch. I was like, all right, this is what I like to see because he wouldn't just lie down and be like, oh shit, I'm hurt, man. I can't do it anymore. Like no, like this man with one eye and all, because I was bandaged. He's like, nah, I'm gonna chase these motherfuckers down, and of course the Bad Batch is away, but I'm like. Damn, and I'm like, you gotta admit, Crosshair is kind of a badass, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And and Cad Bane is cool. Like, as much as I think we're seeing a little bit too much of the bounty hunter stuff, but Cad Bane is to me one of the better ones because he has and I think Danny brought this up. It's kind of like that Western vibe to him. Like he has like that cowboy and he has like that accent to him. Like he's basically their alien version of God. How can I say it? Kind of like John Wayne in a sense, where he's like the cowboy. Like he's like Star Wars John Wayne. And I also like his robot sidekick. I like how he's kind of like really he's like quirky in a sense. He's just following Cad Bane. He's like, and I like the way how Omega escapes, like because of course the robot gets hurt and. She's like, hey, I can help you. And he's like, no, I can do this myself. And then she's like, no, let me help you. And he's like, okay. And then she ends up escaping. And then Tabby's like, you let her escape? And then the robot's like, well, no. Oh, wait. Nope, never mind. He ain't right here. I like the fight between Fennec and Cad Bane. I thought that was really cool. And I like that it had a lot of storytelling to it because one of the things that I do like about Star Wars is that with some of the fights that they do have, there's usually a bit of story to them. Like Anakin and Obi-Wan, there was a lot of storytelling behind that. And I liked when Omega, when Fennec finally got to Omega, Omega's like, and she's like, here, trust me. And Omega's like, you said that to me before, and yet you did this. Like, I like that portion. And I actually like the ending where Omega's in the ship and Hunter's comforting her, like kind of like that type of thing. Like it shows like their bond, which I do like that. And you see her bond with the Bad Batch, and I will say I like the twist that she's Jango Fett's clone. I like that a little bit more than her being a Force sensitive clone, which then I would have been like, oh really? But I like that twist a lot more. But yeah, no, like there's a lot that I did like about this episode now after rewatching it. There is a negative I do have with it, but otherwise I have nothing bad to say.
Silence.
You back, Jason?
Yeah.
No, you did.
Yeah.
You did the perfect floor routine, but you didn't stick the landing, oscillator.
Oh
You did the
damn!
perfect floor routine. You would have got 10s, but you fucked up the damn and landing and didn't stick it. So
All right,
instead of getting the gold medal, you just got a bronze.
Well, here, how about I say this? It's more like a nitpick.
Too late.
All right.
You done fucked it up. Deal with it.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, Jason. What did you like about the episode, man?
Become a double bronze here.
Double runs. I like the bounty hunters fights. They have a lot, the action in it. Where they went to, I guess, another Camelio. I can't say the names.
Camino.
Their other like base, where it was their old base. And so we got a little, I guess, some history on that. Like I said, Omega was not too bad in it. She, played good, and Cade Bane. I mean, I like his character. I mean, I'm glad they introduced, and I love where they mentioned Boba Fett. I was expecting Boba Fett to be on that base somewhere. I was just waiting for him to pop out somewhere, and I'm assuming we're more likely going to get him in the future, because that's more like his what they explain, like he's like his clone sister almost, like, because she's like a first generation perfect clone. So I'm assuming we'll get him eventually, maybe towards the end or something. And also, I guess it sort of explains that she's a clone. I didn't know if they were going to, she's going to be part Jedi or some things, but now we know she's just like Boba Fett. She's, a first generation clone. It was a good episode. I enjoyed the episode. Like I said, it's one of their best episodes they've had. I mean, I enjoyed last week's a little better, but I mean, it's up there with it. I mean, it's for them, last week and this week's probably the best two episodes they've had so far. To me, it's been really good.
Okay.
So hopefully I pop the silver, maybe, Danny.
Negative.
Negatives.
You just want an iron medal.
Iron medal. Oh.
Not even
Loki Roundtable must have been held before this one.
Well, just put it this way, Jason. Between our overall thoughts and what we liked, didn't even take up half an hour.
The intros took longer than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time on what we didn't like, and we were almost pretty all in agreement about it.
Yeah.
The episode sucked.
Loki is tough to watch now, boy. I thought I'd never say that.
Oh, really, Loki? I didn't get that. I didn't enjoy. I didn't understand the episode. LDG was telling me something. I was like, man, I'll have to watch it again. I didn't.
Don't listen to LDG.
I was like, I didn't.
When it comes to Marvel,
that is the last person you want to listen to.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know. I didn't understand the episode at all. I was like, this episode really didn't.
Jason, let me tell you this, and I'm not exaggerating. There is not enough rope on the planet to lower down to you if you follow that rabbit hole to pull you back up. Okay, we can get the rope from America, Mexico, and Canada.
Well, I'm glad I'm the only person who didn't really enjoy it, because I was like, well, I didn't understand the episode, so I'm like, I didn't enjoy it. It was not like the first two. It's sort of like it went from this level to this level, and after one episode, it was like, hey, like, damn it, I'm not looking forward to Winston's episode now on that one.
No, you're just gonna watch it with your own opinions, man. Don't listen to nobody. Don't.
No, I watched it. I was like, I didn't get understanding how what it was going with. I mean, I was like, fuck, man. I'm looking at 3 more episodes, and they did that. I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Last but not least, Nindroid. What did you like about the episode?
All right. First thing, Cad Bane. He was the best thing of this episode. I love the fight with him and Fennec. I love that they brought Fennec back from episode 4. And we're finally seeing what was said in Mandalorian. that she's such a dangerous bounty hunter. She's faced all these different bounty hunters. She's a real threat. And now we're finally seeing that. She can really kick ass even more to Cad Bane out of all people. And she almost actually won at one point, and then with his rocket boosters or whatever, then he finally got back up.
She knocked him out.
Yeah. Then she did say
Yeah,
at the end.
Yeah, exactly. She also knocked him out. Yep. And I love the action in this episode. I love that Omega was less annoying, like I said before. She actually felt like a character in this episode, probably the most. And I also like that the Bad Batch, they're trying to figure out where the heck they are. I like their little input within it. But another huge thing that I do like is the Camino cloning facility. They kind of teased at something because the same tech is used to create this guy. If you realize.
So an android saw what I saw. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the same exact tubes that we saw in Rise of Skywalker. So, we all know that those tubes are going to be transported to Exegol eventually, possibly.
Like I had mentioned earlier, EU blatantly puts that the Emperor took all of this technology from the Kaminoans. If I remember right, kills them off.
Yep.
Then takes it and puts it someplace. And in the books, I don't think it was Exegol in the books, but it was he takes it and he clones himself, and he clones, I think, Vader. I mean, he does it so because he doesn't. He knows something's going to happen, and that's what we find out. So again, this is Filoni taking EU and injecting it into Disney. It's literally like this is when your parents gave you medicine and you knew they were giving you medicine, but it tasted okay because they did it like that. It's like willing compliance that Disney has nothing to say. They can't stop it.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Absolutely. And I actually, I like the ending talk with Hunter and Omega, and just the characters in this episode were spot on. I also love the opening shot. The opening battle felt like Star Wars. Overall, this whole episode felt like Star Wars. And that alone is making me very happy with, the overall series.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah.
Chris,
but I was
Chris, what you were saying about the EU, where they just the Emperor destroys the chameleon. We don't, you don't hear nothing about. You think the ending of this series is that's what's going to happen? You'll see the destruction because you already see the Emperor, the head one and the two head ones already. You think that's going to be?
I'm sorry, guys. They're known as the long necks now.
Yes, the long necks are going to be.
We don't say anything about aliens.
The beer people.
The emperor, and the empire are going to lynch the long necks. Yes. Let's go totally inappropriate here.
That's what I see. That's what I see coming in the series.
We're going down that road. I mean, if you want to go down that road, just go.
You're gonna have to find a big ass long tree to put them on. Because see at the size of those things.
I can see the Bad Batch trying to protect them, and that's how you destroy the Bad Batch and all of them.
There's
goes in there, wipes them out.
Big trees in California.
And that's hey, listen, those are in Star Wars, so it's can't. It's in
just
canon.
Check on the Andor.
Man, you took that a whole different direction, Chris.
Anyway, no, but it's in the EU, guys. After the Clone Wars, eventually Palpatine wiped out the El Caminos, and he had several cloning laboratories across the galaxy. In fact, in one of the Aftermath novels, there's one on Jakku.
Yes.
Well, hey, because that's where Ray ended up eventually.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's all Filoni's throwing all this stuff in there, and
Oh,
piece by piece.
I'm checking out the slow cup here, because don't and correct me y'all if I'm wrong. Didn't JJ always tell us that he never reads the books, but now he's spitting all his book knowledge? What's up with that?
Who?
No.
You say
You.
JJ? Me?
You, JJ.
JJ used to read
No,
books.
listen. No. Even I know bits and pieces of the EU along the way.
I don't. Not like you do. Not for not reading the book.
Well, I pay attention. I'm not saying you don't.
Wikipedia. There's
I'm not saying you don't.
Wikipedia.
But
Wikipedia, yeah.
Lots
You know,
of stuff
when,
out there. Give it.
when Wendig's trilogy of books came out, the Aftermath novels, that's where it was mentioned that there was a cloning facility on Jakku.
Mhm.
But you know, I've also known it's been riddled out through the EU for years that Palpatine did wipe out the beer people, and he created his own cloning facilities because of. Case in point, let's go back to The Force Awakens. Look what he tried to accomplish with Snoke, a Force-using clone. That's what his end result was because of his essence transfer to his own clones.
Okay, just for my own clarification, you got this knowledge from listening to other people talk about it, and you retained it. That's what you're saying, and not reading the books.
Long before I even started watching YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will remember that, sir. Thank you.
I know bits and pieces. I don't know a lot, but I know bits and pieces.
Yeah, you sound pretty fucking knowledgeable to me, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to sound like I know what I'm talking about. You know, sometimes
For not reading the book, you sound pretty knowledgeable.
Thank you. Overall, you know, I'm in agreement with everybody. I love the episodes. I love the callback of the facility because, you know, as Nindroid said, and I'm going to just go ahead and flat out say it, you see the beginning results of what Snoke became. You know, because you saw these clones in these tanks. The fighting between Shan and oh my God, where did my brain just go?
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane, thank you. I like the fight, but the fight would have been better if someone else would have been there because it would have made more sense. I'll get into that.
I was waiting.
It's not a dislike, but it's something I think they could have done with it. You know, the whole episode seemed to work. You know, the boys are going after Omega. They don't know where they went, how they went to. You know, Omega's putting her teachings to use. Hey, I got to get a signal out. You know, they found her. You know, and this episode was pretty much in between Shan and Bane. And I like the way it worked out, man. They kicked butt. They both of them. I don't care who you was rooting for, Cad Bane or Fennec Shan. They both kicked butt. They showed why they were good at what they were doing. Because, you know, anybody that's seen Clone Wars, man, know Cad Bane's a beast. All right, he's calculating, he's decisive, and he will not hurt anybody or harm anybody if not need be. He's got that sense about him. You know, hey, this ain't none of your business. You need to move along. You know, he's got that kind of respect towards other people. He's just not going in guns a blazing all the time. So, you know, he gives people a chance. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. What the hell is that supposed to mean? How did I forsake you?
It's not you.
Oh, other JJ?
Mistaken identity.
See, that's
other JJ.
That's another reason why I put my initials in front of the name. I could just pop into a chat. And if you're talking about Abrams, I'm like, yo, JJ, what? I didn't say that.
I'm not talking about no JJ Abrams. I'm talking about JJ Sith Lord 3827 because we don't have wrenches. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what.
Yeah,
this ain't my chat. Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
That's not up to me. Look to the man to the other side because he's the owner of the channel. There's nothing I can do
guys
about
look
that.
the same.
Chris,
Yes.
One
What?
JJ. Talk about one
They're
JJ.
talking about you.
What did I do this time?
Ain't no wrenches, man.
Okay.
With what? Who now?
You fucking Jedi's, man. You took a lightsabers. What the fuck?
How is it? How is it that you? Oh Jesus Christ! All right, hold on, guys. I'll get you. I'll get them there. I gotta go in here and do it.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Okay, guys. Here's the peanuts, which don't sound like there's going to be too many of them tonight. Danny, what didn't you like about the episode?
It was too fucking short. That's what I didn't like. Should have been another whole.
Okay.
Should have been
I'll agree to
another
that
whole
one.
30 minutes.
Hey, I'll drink to that one. You're right. I agree.
I thought I agree with Basco. I'm sorry, Guy Scarwin. I'm glad they went ahead and found her this same episode because we all complained about them dragging about the chip, the inhibitor chip in Wrecker's mind. They did that too long. So it don't take 3 or 4 episodes to get a story told. It was long enough. It was exciting enough. It made sense. I didn't see too many plot devices, in my opinion. She was able to get that situation, like Chris said. She used logic to fool the robot. She was able to find her, and it was put that suspense because she was trying to find a communicator. Cad Bane was coming down. They kept showing it back and forth simultaneously. So I thought she was gonna get it and then be back in the cell, but she didn't. She got it and then went on her way. She's been back in that cell. I'm like, damn, how the hell she did that? How she hit the button to get the force field back on? That would have been hot. They'd done that, but the way they did it, still, it's good to me. So, like I said, Cad Bane, he's a badass. I believe he's a badass. It's believable. I like the double pistols, toothpick in his mouth, where he talks, his cadence of speaking. Like I said, I grew up on westerns. I grew up on Fistful of Dollars and Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So it has shades of that in it to me. So I thought it was fantastic. Like I said earlier, Dave Filoni, you're doing a good job. I'm going to take what Chris said, like he's putting in the EU and putting it here. So it is always better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So if somebody called him on, he can be like, I didn't know that. I thought it was a cool story. So keep being dumb and keep playing that ignorant role. It's suiting your fans just fine.
I think it's funny you say it that way because, yeah, it'd be funny. You know, these people who claim that the EU doesn't exist coming in and knowing all about the EU would be like, oh, I thought you guys said that didn't even exist. I didn't even know that. I mean, it'd be so funny. That's like the most hypocritical thing if they were to call him on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's it, Danny? It just wasn't long enough? That's all?
Wasn't long enough, man. That was my biggest complaint. Like I said, the best episode from start to finish of the series so far, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm going to have to agree with that. These episodes definitely aren't long enough, but at the same time, the animated shows never were. So,
let me say one thing. I wish that Loki could become 21 minutes and this become 45 minutes. If they would do that, man, that would really please me.
Man, you know,
I would have thought of that. Huh?
The problem with that is that as soon as you say that and they start switching the formula that is now starting to work for this show, that's when it starts to not work. I don't know.
Do you like the length of The Mandalorian as it currently is?
No.
Give me 45 minutes. Give me 45 minutes every
actually,
episode. It ain't gonna be. It don't have to be 16. They cut that 16 down to 10.
Actually, Mandalorian, I wish it would be 50 to 55 minutes. You know, I've always wanted it to be longer. But you know, hey, one hand is one hand shitting another. See what's filled up quickest. You know how that goes.
45
Chris.
minutes. 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
40. What did you like?
I know you're going to mention this, JJ. At least I think you're going to. The fact that Boba Fett wasn't the one.
Exactly.
Boba Fett would probably know by now. Don't ask me how. Boba Fett just knows things. Boba Fett probably is going to figure out that this clone is like him. and is a sister or akin to him. And that would have made so much sense for him to show up first to save her.
Mm-hmm.
Do the whole scene they cut out of, according to you guys, and I've seen the article you guys posted and that stuff of Cad Bane and him fighting. Add that all into this, and you had the perfect fucking episode. That would have made the episode absolutely, bar none, perfect. Because you get him his dent. He rides off because he saves her. They show up and says, "Listen, don't let her loose. It is your guys' responsibility to keep her safe. I have other things I have to attend to." And then he goes off because we have Boba Fett back in this whole thing. He's still around here. We want to start integrating him. I mean, because right now he is probably, what would you say? I don't know. He's young, but I think you could probably push it and say that he's old enough because it was in Attack of the Clones, correct? That he sees his dad killed.
Yeah.
He's what?
Yeah.
9.
Episode 2.
He's in his 9 years old. And the
10-ish,
clone-
11-ish
he been
maybe.
late-
9 to 10.
He'd
Ten.
be in his mid
how
to
long did
late 20s.
How long did the Clone Wars last?
He'd be in his
Clone
late
Wars
20s,
last-
early 30s.
Well, I'm trying to add that up.
No, between episode 2 and episode 3 was about a 5-year span.
Mm-hmm. So
So
it's 5 years. So maybe he's just now like 15, 16, somewhere around that.
mhm.
It'd be interesting to see him just starting. You don't even have to give him his helmet yet, maybe. Or maybe he takes off his helmet and he's just, because he's just learning everything. But man, imagine seeing whatever they could have come up with. What's the name of his ship?
Slave one.
Thank you. Slave One. Imagine that coming in and just,
Don't get
Like
me going
attack-
on Slave One right
Dude,
now.
I'm just saying, imagine. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Imagine what could have happened if they'd done that. Now, I'm not saying they might do it. They might do it. But that is my biggest gripe here. Is they had the perfect moment to add Boba Fett in. And they didn't. Now I understand it. This still works. What happened, what they did, worked within the episode and within the series so far. Everything up, it all adds up fine. It's not like it doesn't. It's just a gripe. That is a big gripe of mine. Other than that, no big deal.
Okay.
I can't
Guys,
give you a
start.
rusty one, Jason. What the hell?
There was only one thing I had an issue with, and that was the droid giving into to Omega's request to let her free in order to help him. Like, it's a droid. Droid's supposed to stick with whatever the master requests. So it's like it gave the droid free will in a sense. So that
Well,
for
you
me
see
didn't
that-
make.
You see that all the time with C3PO and R2D2. They got free will,
Yeah.
especially R2D2.
Yeah, true. Good point. But I just found it like, if it's a prisoner, why would you let the prisoner out, right? That's the only thing I had an issue with. Nitpick. Besides that, everything was great.
Okay. All right. Jason, anything you didn't like?
I'm gonna go with Chris. I'll be Chris's yes man on this one. I was wanting Boba Fett. I was expecting him to be in that facility. I was expecting that confrontation with Cade Bane, and I mean, after they mentioned his name, that's pretty much. And I would have let I know some of y'all didn't want to extend on with the Omega being captive, but I figured it would last one more episode. But and Crosshair, I would like to see a little more Crosshair because he, see how his condition was after he I guess his face got burned or whatever. I'd like to see a little bit on that, but besides that, was about it. A little bit nitpicks.
Okay. Fascinator.
Really, I only have one nitpick, to be quite honest with you. I do think that the reason why I'm saying this is a nitpick because this show sucked so fucking bad at getting into this. They did save Omega a little too quickly, and I think they did it a little quicker than I expected, But because this show, dragged stuff out, particularly, I think someone brought this up, that with Wrecker's ship, they did drag that out a little too long, especially when they didn't even mention it for like 2 episodes, and then they bring it back up, and it's like, oh shit. It's like, because then there's a possibility they're going to forget about it because they forgot about the Crosshair stuff for like 3 to 4 episodes before they're like, oh shit, we gotta do Crosshair again. So that's really the only issue I have with it, because other than that, this episode from second viewing, it was really good. I'm just happy that we're getting now good episodes more and more, because at the beginning it's like, oh my god, this shit is bad. And I was going to bring this up at the end, but if you were to tell me like a couple weeks ago, oh, you're going to enjoy Bad Batch more than Loki, I would have laughed. I'd been like, nah, you're fucking with me. Now, shit, I'm more excited for Bad Batch than I am Loki. So that's
Cool.
it. That's at least my thoughts for now.
Okay, all right. Nendroid, did you not like anything?
I think we should have gotten a little bit more of maybe Sid's character in this episode. I would like to have seen that. Maybe expand a little bit, like maybe till next episode with the rescue of Omega. But I mean, like, everything in this episode, though, I was very good with. Like, I thought it was really good. So that's really it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to take too long, because everybody was pretty much on board with what everybody was saying. It was a good episode, comparatively speaking. They're slowly but surely getting better, and I believe the ending twist of this is going to have something to do with Crosshair. I think that's what the buildup is making right now. And like I said earlier on, it's not a dislike, just a would you rather. This would have been the perfect place for the placement of Boba Fett. Not necessarily because of Omega, but he's a bounty hunter. This would have been the perfect place to end Cad Bane's story. And where Boba
For him
Fett
to
gets
kill
the
Cad Bane, you saying?
Yeah. They did an animatronic of it, but they never published it. Where Boba Fett, a young Boba Fett in his armor, goes against Cad Bane.
Yeah.
And they both draw. And it's kind of like what happened between
I saw that.
Cad Bane and Hunter, except Boba Fett hit him. Cad Bane hit Boba Fett, but at the end of the sequence, you see the sparkliness where he got hit in the helmet, where his dent comes from. That would have been perfect, but still, that's not even a dislike. It's just more like, hey, it would have been better this way.
But that was like a fan thing, wasn't it? That wasn't really from the Star Wars world, was it?
No,
I believe it was. It was.
They had an
was
animated sequence drawn up. They just never did it.
I saw it on YouTube like 2 days ago.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Nendroid put it in the Bad Batch chat. The link to that video. Yeah. But yeah, very little to dislike about this episode. Just like everybody said, Omega's not as annoying. She's using her resourcefulness and using what the boys have taught her. Hopefully they just keep going uphill from here. It's getting better. So we just have to wait and see. Now, to round things out, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Danny, give me an overall grade and possible predictions.
Oh, this is definitely an A in my book. I would give it an A+, but I think there may be an episode that might be better, so I'm going to leave room for improvement. But this, to me, is an A all day long, twice on Sunday. I think that we probably won't see Boba Fett. I think that killing Cad Bane would be a huge mistake if they're even thinking about that or even playing around with that. Because I think he comes in, man, and he brings that certain danger and coolness and charisma. I think I like the fact that he he'll work for anybody that pays him the right amount of money. So he really has no allegiances. I think he'd be a good whenever the show is getting stale or they need to switch gears. I think he's the perfect instrument to do that. I don't know what's going to happen with the Bad Batch, to tell you the truth. I'm hoping, and this probably won't happen, but it'd be cool if they could speed up maybe some years or something past and see her growing up a little bit more. Or end with her becoming a young bounty hunter and making her own way. I'd be cool with that. Omega Fett. I mean, that works for me.
Something to that really quick. If they're going to do a progress in her age and time, that'll be in between seasons. That's the best time to do it in this sense.
The same thing they did with the Rebels with Ezra.
Yeah,
Ezra. They did it with Ahsoka. Yeah.
So
if
it makes a second season, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see her as this age next season. I want to see her a young adult, start learning a way, really getting a skill set in, still a little brash and a little ill experience, but on the right path and has learned a different trait and a different skill set from each one of the Bad Batch members. That would be cool. And also think that there is no redemption or reunion for what's his name? Crosshair. I think he's pissed now that they hurt him. Even if they do remove that in him or shit, I think that's done deal. They went up him, beat him, got him disfigured and scarred. I don't think there's no reconciliation for those. So I think he's going to be on their back for a minute.
Okay. All right. Chris, what you got, man? Your overall grade and predictions.
I'm going to give this one an A. Again, I don't think it's the best necessarily, but I just think that the way it all worked together was great. Again, this is the perfect time to bring Boba Fett into it, especially introduce Boba Fett as Boba Fett. Last time we saw him, he was a kid. Now, yes, Danny?
This is the only episode you give an A, so wouldn't that make it the best?
Nope.
Not necessarily.
Nope. Chris actually gave it an A last week.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But again, not necessarily. Again, overall, a grade overall does not necessarily mean. Listen, perfect things aren't always perfect. But whatever, we're not. I think that it would have been nice. Yeah, I do that a lot. I'm a pro at it. I think that it would have been really interesting, like I said, to see Boba show up as the young Boba Green, but he knows what he wants to do. He wants to be his dad. He's got his dad, parts of his dad's armor or whatnot, or he made his own armor, got his own armor, whatever. Start his origin story as Boba Fett, not the kid, but the bounty hunter. Why not start it soon? You can integrate that into this. Or we got very little bit about him and his plan to go get Han Solo. Then we see him get aped by in the Starlight Pit, and then we see how he got out. And now we're going to get what happens after all of that. Let's start forming this middle area, the area we don't know a lot about Boba Fett. This is the right episode to do. This is the right series to do it. Now maybe they're going to hold off, but I have a feeling that Boba Fett will fit into this series somehow, some way. And I'm not sure how, because Boba Fett is not a good guy or a bad guy. In fact, no bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe is a good guy or a bad guy. It is, again, who pays me. They are part of a guild. And I love the fact that The Mandalorian shows that. These people, they have a set of rules. They all try to abide by them. Hey, you've got a bounty. I don't, and if you've got the bounty and I've got the bounty because somehow we got crossed up, well, we're going to fight for that bounty. But if you've got it, you've got the bounty on this person here. They're yours. I like the fact that they're acknowledging a lot of that stuff. So let's bring him into this fold. I don't know. I'm going to say sooner or later they're going to do that. I like Danny's idea of getting Omega to age, but it's going to happen in between seasons. Yeah, I mean, I think Crosshair's still going to make it back, but I do think he's more determined now. And I think that's going to be his downfall in the role he's playing right now. It's going to feed right into their ability to capture him.
Okay. Awesome. Guys, Car. What you got, man?
Oh, what did I give it last week?
Oh, let's see. Last week was an A minus. A minus. Yeah.
I would have to keep it as an A minus.
Okay.
I don't know where this is going exactly. There's obviously the Bad Batch is going to have a bigger purpose, but I believe that we're going to lose one of them. One of them is we're going to lose one of the Bad Batch. I have a feeling that's, I don't know who, but one of them is going to die. That's it.
Daggum. One of them's gonna die. That's just flat out.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna die. All right. Still, interesting. Everybody's got some good ideas so far. Jason, what you got, man?
A minus. I think. What did I give it last week? A minus too.
Jason, last week? No, you just gave it an A.
I give it A.
Yeah.
I'll give it an A minus on this one. It's like I said, the last week I liked it a little better. I sort of see sort of what Chris is saying. I think Boba Fett is going to be introduced because we're going to get the Boba Fett series coming up, and this is just going out on a limb, but I could see like I was talking about earlier, the Emperor going and destroying the whole chameleon system like they do in the EU, and I could see possibly Boba Fett, the Bad Batch dying because that'd be them trying to defend it, and that's to be a good way to write them off. And I could see Boba Fett possibly saving Omega since she is really his only real close family. I mean, she would be like his sister, almost because they're close thing. So, and I could actually see her being put in the Boba Fett series because is the Boba Fett series his whole life or is it after he takes the power at Jabba's palace?
After. Yeah,
it's pretty much it's picking up from the Mandalorian. He goes back to Tatooine,
but they're not going to have flashbacks or nothing like that. That's what I'm wondering. Could Omega be part of that? He brings her in as a bounty hunter too. That's I just have going out on a limb.
That's why they need to bring him in here because if they wanted to add that character in live action, they could do it then.
Well, I see the point because if she was not going to be involved continually, if there's a second and third season of this show, making Omega his sister, we may see her in the Book of Boba Fett.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we're gonna have a second series. I think they're gonna get taken out at the end. You're just pushing it.
Because at the end of this, no matter how it ends, who's to say Boba Fett's not the one that saves him?
That's what I'm thinking.
What if the one that's making all the Mandalorian armor is actually Boba Fett's sister?
Wow, yeah.
Ooh, the armorer. Yeah. Good call.
Yeah. Wow, yeah.
That would be a hell of a thing.
So what's her name? It's the God. They gave her a name.
I don't remember her name. All I know is her is as the armorer.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
That would be something crazy.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Hey, and that's a good way to tie it in. Because canon's gonna be messed up all over the place. Where are you gonna explain her, and all this? So
yeah,
that would be an easy way to fix it.
Yeah, but at the time frame this is all going on.
Yeah, the armor. That's what they call her. That'd be interesting.
Right now we're still in between episodes 3 and 4 of the movies, but as far as the TV shows go, this is after Return of the Jedi, so they're still in the process of writing these stories to fill in the 20 to 40 year gap in between 6 and 7. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, because she's young and she would be, I don't know how old by that time frame. And it would tie in with the Mandalorian and the Boba Fett story. So
and she would probably be about 10, maybe 12 years younger than Boba Fett because she's still a child now, and he's already a young man. Yeah,
because we know she's not a Jedi, so they've already said that. So that's already out of. So that'd be perfect. She went into the bounty hunter and into the arm, whatever the Mandalorian situation was.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's just. Yeah, that's
All right,
about
awesome.
it.
No, I'm sorry, Jason. Go ahead.
No, that's it. That's it. I A-. I said on the score.
Okay. All right. Awesome. What you got, man? Anything? Nothing?
I would also give it an A-. I think, honestly, as far as predictions go, I'm just here for the ride. I'm just so happy that we're now getting good shit. I was just over the mediocrity. I was like, oh god, if one more episode was like that, I was gonna be like, oh, here we go. But that now we're starting to get out of the hole, and now it's like I said before, like now with Loki, I'm just like, oh god, Loki. But now I'm like, all right, Bad Batch is on, and now I'm excited because now I'm excited on where they're going with this, because you kind of have an idea where they're gonna go, but at the same time, you kind of see how it goes. You want to see it, the way they go about it.
Okay.
I'm very much looking forward.
All right. Okay. Nendroid.
All right. I'll give this episode a solid A, actually. My predictions is that we're going to see Boba Fett by the end of the season, of course. I think he might actually be... They might have like a Luke Skywalker moment. That might be Boba Fett coming in, and we'll see the Cad Bane fight with him. That would absolutely please the hell out of me. But besides that, I think we're going to get some more Imperial stuff. I think we're going to see more of Crosshair. Maybe his removal of the chip will be like the season finale on Kamino and everything. I still think Kamino is going to be the final battle of this season. And overall, yeah, that's really it for predictions for me.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and Dandelion in the chat. I asked her because she's our beloved Oracle in the crawl. She gave it a B-, C+, so to speak. She had mentioned that she's hoping they give the Bad Batch a greater purpose at this point. Odd jobs and keeping Omega safe isn't enough to keep the show moving along. And also, she doesn't think they'll introduce Boba Fett before the end of the season or possibly next season if there is one. And myself, I gave the episode an A myself. And I'm pretty much in agreement. It probably won't happen, but it'd be a wonderful surprise if they did introduce Boba Fett in this way. It would be a great tie-in, but this is Disney we're talking about. I know Filoni seems to be on it, but I don't honestly think they're going to try and tie it together that way, because whoever called out the armor, that was a great call, but I don't think that's her. So, we just have to wait and see. And with that being said, guys, I want to thank everybody in the chat for showing up. As always, man, I appreciate every last one of you. Everybody on the panel, thank you for showing today. I greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, yeah, man. And also starting here, probably right now, I believe, Anzo's birthday stream is tonight. Goodbye. Wish him a happy birthday over on Bigger Ford Entertainment. I'm sure he would really appreciate it. And
I think
once
he's also
again,
doing it over here on Khaos Central also.
Okay, that would be awesome. But with that being said, everybody, thank you all for coming, and have a good night.